To me, a prolonged fight is something I would see that the Americans are posturing toward. Could be, 2 to 4 years possibly.
Prince George Peace River Northern Rockies MP Bob Zimmer says the softwood lumber dispute isn't getting resolved anytime soon. On Monday, the U.S. Commerce Department said they would impose duties of up to 24% on Canadian lumber because they say the Canadian lumber industry is subsidized. Liberal leader Christy Clark pushed back on those allegations, saying she's ready to fight for one of her province's largest industries.
Our action plan on softwood starts with fighting the unfounded claims of the U.S. lumber production lobby and the unwarranted and unfair duties placed on Canadian lumber products. Second, to use this preliminary period for BC and Canada to reinforce our efforts to reach a fair deal, a good deal for British Columbia, with the United States.
Zimmer says that while he hopes a deal can be reached, he doesn't see this problem being resolved soon, and that the Americans are using the opportunity to build up their own lumber industry.
This is going to be a longer fight than it is going to be a shorter one. Again, the Americans want to build their own industry, and that's going to take some time. So I don't think their game is to solve this quickly, unfortunately, and it's going to be unfortunate for our producers in Canada. This is going to be a longer, drawn-out process.
Zimmer says that there will be a massive economic impact to the forestry sector in the Peace region, but there is light at the end of the tunnel.
We've won this fight before. They've taken us to court before on this particular issue about dumping and unfair practices because of the public lands. But we have a fair system. We've won in the past. We've won several times in the past, so I think we'll win again.
Yesterday, Clark sent a letter to Ottawa asking Prime Minister Justin Trudeau to ban thermal coal exports from the United States in order to harm a coal sector U.S. President Donald Trump promised to boost in his election campaign. Zimmer says he understands her reasoning, but he doesn't think that's the best idea.
We don't want to do anything that's going to cause negative effects towards Canadian citizens and further job losses as a result of a trade war. So I think we need to be careful. But again, I admire the courage, and I think, if we do some arm wrestling at the table to get an agreement that's put forward, then so be it.
Zimmer also says he sees the lumber dispute hurting U.S. consumers most of all, leading to thousands of job losses in the housing sector and a jump in prices. Hugh Smith, CJDC-TV News, Taylor.